Hi, here's how we made 99 missiles. First thing, map and mode. Of course, we need the one with the longest overtime, and that's why we're gonna play on tower control. Let me explain. In Clan Blitz, if no one scores a single Pyro Clan, a 3 minutes overtime starts, for a total of 8 minutes of gameplay. On the other hand, under the right circumstances, tower control can grant up to 5 minutes of overtime, but we'll see how further in this video. About the map, we choose our one all since here we can abuse of a gimmick which allows us to make missiles not hit the target most of the times in order to avoid accidental deaths. But actually, as long as you have enough space, you can probably fire missiles everywhere. Now, weapons. If you want to fire missiles, the best weapon you could use for this purpose is the Neo-Splosiomatic. Autoburst Nouveau and Kansas Splatter Shots are both good candidates too, but I'd say the Neo-Splosion is overall the best one. You will obviously need as much special charge up as possible, but I'd highly recommend using Tenacity too. And this is because Tenacity passively fills your special gauge whenever the difference between active players in your team and active players in the opposing one is greater than 0. We made this work pretty well by having 2 people in my team and 4 in the other one. But let's now talk about this. You also need weapons that could turf as much as possible, and the Aerospray RG is one of the best paint weapons in the game. And unlike other weapons, like the Splattershot Junior for example, you have sprinklers increasing your turf output, and you can do this without causing damage to the missiles guy. I'd highly recommend running Ink Saver Main, Ink Recovery Up and Last Ditch Effort so that you can paint for longer periods of time. So we have a Neo-Splosiomatic, 3 golden Aerosprays, and, well, the 2 remaining weapons can be pretty much whatever you want, as long as everyone does their part. Now ladies and gentlemen, as soon as the match started, as many of you probably guessed in advance, I started firing missiles by basically painting everything on my sides. But in the meanwhile, I'm also trying to reach the opposing spawn, and you will see why very soon. You may have noticed I missiled the same guy over and over again. Well, here's why. If you stay on this spot and you're targeted by missiles, you'll notice that the wall will be able to block almost every single missile traveling towards you. But anyway, once I reached the opposing spawn, 2 Aerosprays helped me providing paints for even more missiles. As you can see, I positioned myself on these spots while painting right and left, as here I have all the paints I need, while I can easily shoot missiles to the guy behind the wall by slightly moving the camera to the right side every time I use my special weapon. But what about the tower and the other 2 guys? I think it's finally time to explain how to get 5 minutes of overtime. As you can see here, I rolled the tower till 46 points remaining, before dropping. Now my opponent is riding it himself, but I will jump in before they take the lead. This way, as long as nobody drops from the tower, we have 5 minutes of overtime, for a total of 10 minutes of missiles. And this is pretty much what happened in our 99 missiles run, with the last Aerospray providing paint from the ledge of the tower. Keep in mind that since my teammates tried in the tower and the golden Aerospray stopped it, my special gauge will passively fill even more. This is because in tower control, if anyone on your team is on the tower and your team is the one pushing, they'll get that special points bonus I was talking about. That's all for today. Enjoy the whole run, and if you have any question, just write it down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer in 20 years.